Neon lights on a midnight screen, voices rising from the in-between. Truth like thunder breaking the chains, broadcasts loud through the static and flames. From the shadows where the outcast came, built a kingdom, built a name. No suits, no scripts, no corporate lies, just fire in hearts and war in our eyes. Turn the dial, hear the battle cry, with a spark they can't deny. We are the M4 Empire, voices rising higher and higher. From the ashes we built this flame, now the whole world screams our name. Stand up, don't back down, we wear the truth like a crown. Through the storm, through the fire, we are the M4 Empire. We are the M4 Empire. Headlines burning like gasoline, fuel for the fight on every screen. They tried to bury what we would say, but the signal cut through anyway. From late night streams to the morning cast, every shot fired, every blast. A legion formed in the common lines, an army built one voice at a time. Raise your hands, let the banners fly, this is our empire in the sky. We are the M4 Empire, voices rising higher and higher. From the ashes we built this flame, now the whole world screams our name. Stand up, don't back down, we wear the truth like a crown. Through the storm, through the fire, we are the M4 Empire. They said we'd never last, just a moment, just a flash. But empires aren't built overnight, they're forged in war and lit by fight. Every stream, every show, every voice that chose to grow. This isn't just a brand on air, it's a movement rising everywhere. We are the M4 Empire, hear the crowd lifting us higher. Through the noise, through the flame, now the whole world knows our name. Stand tall, don't you tire, we're climbing higher and higher. Through the storm, through the fire, we are the M4 Empire. We are the M4 Empire. Neon fades, but the signal stays, echoing loud through endless waves. From one voice to a choir's roar. Long live the M4 Empire!
Oh, what do you hear? What do you say? M4 Empire. Marvel the Movie Monster Montanero here, and welcome back to the M4 Cast. I know we did not have a show last week. I was doing my birthday stream over in Universal. Thank you to everybody who watched that. If you haven't watched it yet, the replay is up. It was myself, the Geeks and Gamers crew. We were out at Universal Studios Orlando and just generally causing lots of mayhem and mischief. But it is going to be a great show here tonight. Now, let me be upfront with you all. Trish is not here this week. I'm just saying. This is the last week that she's going to be gone. She will be back next week, as usual. There's nothing wrong. She just had an appointment, prior engagement, this evening. So, with that being said, don't leave. So, don't worry. We still got all of your other M4 cast friends And we will see Trish next week. But we are talking about doing another Crime and Punishment very soon for you members. True Crime Podcast, which, we're actually thinking about doing as a members-only live stream. So there's that. But... Hello, Lauren.
Dude, are you okay?
Yeah, why wouldn't I be okay?
It's like you've been mainlining espresso. Take a breath.
It's called energy, Lauren. You have to have the energy when you want the audience to have energy.
I know, but I'm afraid a vein is going to explode.
It's called charisma.
Yeah, that's true.
And yes, you have to strike the pose when you say charisma.
I was going to call out something that you said in the chat, but I guess I won't. Just say maybe do the jazz hands next time.
You know what, Lauren? I don't need this from you. I really don't. I don't need your nonsense and your shenanigans today. Let's bring out somebody who is the opposite of shenanigans. Martin Stone, everybody. Who's muted. That's his shenanigans.
Yep. I do have to confess that I did at one point in my life engage in shenanigans, but never again.
So you shenaned once, but you didn't shenan again. Oh, I hate myself for making that joke. That was a Star Trek Starfleet Academy joke. It's a joke that I would have enjoyed in anything but Star Trek. I'm not happy with myself right
from
now.
the wrong character too. It was just
no. They shenaned once, they will shenan again. Well done, number one. Horrible show, horrible. But let's brighten our day up a little bit. Ladies and gentlemen, there is thunder in the forecast tonight. No thunder in the house.
Boom! How goes it, everybody? Good to see y'all.
Good to see you, Nolan. I feel like I haven't seen you in like weeks.
Yeah, I feel like it's been forever. I feel like at this point you should have like a gray beard and like 4 grandchildren.
Well, no, I just degrade my beard.
Good man.
Ungrade.
Keep it sexy.
We can't all get asked if we're seniors at the movie theater like some of us have in the past, even though they're in their 40s.
Are you hearing colors right now, Marvin? I'm just curious.
Hearing colors and seeing sounds every single day, my brother. So we got to bring out another member of our cast who does not have an intro video yet, but I am working on it. Next week, I swear she's going to have one. But gosh, what's a good one to you know what?
At the Red House, where black people and white people buy furniture.
And Hispanic people, too.
It's Caro Brown, ladies and
I was
gentlemen.
about to say, I thought you were about to bring on Apollo or something.
No, he has one.
Oh, okay. Anyway, charisma with jazz hands.
Exactly. Yep, see? Exactly. How are you, Caro?
I'm good. Thank you for having me back. I've changed my name to be more appropriate to the stream.
Director of Daily Disasters?
Yeah.
I like that. Mm-hmm. I'm all here for it. We also have a special guest this week.
Yeah.
Yes. Very excited about this, ladies and gentlemen. You know what? Let's please welcome her from the world of comics and everything.
Who's that Pokemon?
It's our friend Dani.
Charisma.
See, everyone gets to do it. Dani, welcome to the show. I'm so excited to have you on.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be here. I was so flattered when you asked me, dude.
Absolutely. Well, see, here's the thing. So Dani has written a comic book that is currently getting funding, fan funding right now. It is called Veiled Legacy. The full title is Veiled Legacy, Book 1, Midwest Gothic. And it is currently up for pre-order. And she sent it to me, actually, to read. She sent me a screen copy to read. And I fell in love with it. And I was just like, we need to have you on because it's everything that I like. It's like, I wish Trish were here because I think Trish would like it a lot because it's very Buffy.
Trish would love it. Absolutely. Yeah. Like when first off, thank you for telling me that Trish wasn't here because I was about to leave.
See, I wanted to like head it off. That's why I had to get Dani on today because I'm like, Kara will leave without Trish, but if her friend Dani is here, then she'll stay.
No, it's totally Trish's vibe. After, I mean, I've only streamed with Trish like 3 times, but I feel like we're best friends now, so I think that counts. twins.
I will fight her.
We're twins. We've talked about this.
Okay.
I text you I literally text you in the middle of the intro. I think we're good.
Okay.
So guys, we have a lot to talk about, but I wanted to talk a bit to Dani about her book first. So you have a trailer up on your X, is that correct?
Yeah, I do.
So I want to actually play it.
Oh, please.
Yeah. And then, guys, we will get to your super chats in 2 shakes because I do see that they are out there, and we are still doing our super chat goal from last week. We've extended it into this week. Originally, I was going to be mean and up it to $1,200 for the week because we didn't hit it last week, but I'm keeping it at $1,000 because I am benevolent.
You are. Chat, how are you today? Tell us
Hi,
about your
chat.
Thursday.
Sound it off, chat.
Yes, hello.
All right, so let's have a look here.
And hello, other panelists. It's nice to see you too.
Yes.
Thank you.
Nice to meet all of you. The only people that I have met here is Marv and Caro. So it's very nice to meet you, Lauren, Martin, and Nolan.
Thank you.
I will say that I recognized Dani
Pleasure.
when I saw her in person, unlike Marv, who showed up without the hat.
I recognized Dani right away when I met her in person for the first time. No, when I walked up without my hat on, it was like I was Perry the Platypus, and Caro was like Dr. Doofenshmirtz was like, a platypus? Perry the Platypus! Like, it really was like that in real life. Yeah. Really funny. All right, so let's have a look at this trailer. I want to, dive into this a little bit.
Meet the family that's about to have the worst night of their lives. Emma, the hunter with the weaponized leg, Jimmy, the twin who just stormed out, and the thing that knocked on the door.
Oh gosh,
Veiled
that's what they look
Legacy
like?
Book 1 Midwest Gothic blends family drama, Buffy energy, and pure horror. Check the link below for the crowdfunding campaign. Be one of the first to read Book 1 Midwest Gothic. Which character are you most excited to see in live action? Comment below.
See, now when I read the book, I read the script.
Mm-hmm.
So I read it in script form, so I didn't have the visuals.
Mhm.
I didn't realize your vampires looked that vile. Like
Yes.
that is a heck of a design.
Now,
Thank you.
do they assume a human form when not hunting?
They're
Yes.
Amish.
Yeah, I was
Yes,
going to
they're
say, Amish vampires are the worst.
Yeah. Yeah, you that was my first thought when I was reading this. I'm like, one, this is very gory. Second, I was just like, she really doesn't like the Amish.
I
tell you
love
what-
the Amish, and you can blame Caro for that actually,
It's my
because
fault.
it is Caro's fault. Because the comic is actually adapted from a book I wrote in 2004.
Oh, hold on. Let's actually make you full screen so they can see that.
So I wrote this in 2004,
What's the
and
title on it? It's like blurry.
called. I know because I've got my back blurred.
Oh, okay.
It's actually called One Foot in Darkness. Ignore that. The publisher at the time's like, let's call it Vampire Slayer 1 Foot in Darkness. And I was like,
Oh,
that's
good
stupid. They're like, well, you already signed the contract. So too late. This is what we're doing.
Yes, publishers. I remember that quite well.
But back then, it wasn't uncommon for people to have broken down, like their car breakdown, and not have a cell phone on them. So when we were adapting this story, Caro was like, what if they were Amish? What if they were Amish?
Where did that come from, Caro? What if they were Amish?
So it's just when you work with, so one of the issues that I run into when people start making scripts and they start implementing like modern technology is that it ages out really fast, right?
Mhm.
And so like you can literally go to a gas station and buy a cell phone for like $20, right? And so I was like, well, what would make the fact that they don't have a cell phone make sense in this particular region that they're in? And there are actually like Amish, communities that are out there and they won't use that kind of thing. So I don't see that changing anytime soon. So I was like, what if we just make them Amish? No one suspects the Amish vampire to show up in the middle of the night, right?
No. And it takes place in Southeast Missouri, which is actually where I live. And there is a very large Amish community here. So when she suggested that, like everything kind of clicked into place, I said, that's absolutely genius. And I think the rewrites took maybe a week total. I did
No,
like
you did it. You did it in a day. Back next week. Like actually, like sit with it. She was very
there's
excited. You have
a
no
couple
idea.
things that make this genius. One, the Amish are wonderful people. Two,
They are.
excellent cheeses. And three, if you make fun of them on the internet, they'll never know.
Yeah, this is true. This is true. I've been to it. I was at an Amish farmers market with Lauren and Nolan, and yeah, they were very nice. We were there with a friend of ours who has a Cybertruck, and the Amish were like, you would have thought that he landed a spaceship among them.
Uh-huh.
Like they all came out and were like looking at it. Like
I grew up in a children's hospital in St. Louis, and I had an Amish roommate.
Mhm.
And I have a lot of respect for the Amish. So I did my very best to treat the Amish characters with respect. And in later issues, I think more of that comes out. And there's not much I can say about it without giving spoilers to the actual story.
Yeah.
But I did my absolute best not to like really besmirch the Amish people, because it's not really about them being Amish.
It's more the fact that they're vampires than the fact
right.
that they're Amish.
Exactly. Exactly.
I do want to say, while we were at that Amish market, that Marv never suspected they were vampires. He thought they were just he just thought when they bit his neck and were sucking that they were friendly.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just how they say hello.
Mm-hmm.
Did you not see them sparkle in the sunlight?
I did not. I know we were.
My
inside at the
vampires
time.
do not sparkle in the sunlight.
Now,
I am so glad to hear that.
Now, I have heard you describe this book as Buffy meets Constantine, and that is a phenomenal. You know, that is really a phenomenal combination there. So, big Buffy fan then?
Yes.
Okay. Buffy
always
and Spike.
have been.
Buffy and Spike, or Buffy and Angel?
Oh,
There is a correct answer, and if you answer correctly, I will rub it into Trisha's face.
I gotta say Buffy and Spike.
Oh, that's the incorrect.
I've got to say
The correct
Buffy and
answer
Spike.
is neither. Okay, that's.
I
the
mean, it
correct
really is. Neither one of them are really good for her.
She's not good for them either. It's very toxic,
No,
guys.
it's
so
extremely
toxic,
toxic
like, oh my God.
relationship. But Spike's more fun. He's funnier. I like James Marsters' portrayal of Spike. And that's really what it boils down to. Out for a walk, bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like how I'd count it and then added it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So guys, Dani's comic right now, you can find it over here at fundmycomic.com. I'm going to share that page real quick.
I think you got it on Kickstarter too, right?
Yes, it's going to end in like a week or two, and that is my bad entirely.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay. We'll do better next time.
Yes, we'll do better. And I want to add like a couple of things. My artist that I'm collaborating with.
This is 109 days.
Well, for Fund My Comic, yes.
Oh, okay.
Not for Kickstarter. The artist I'm collaborating with on Veiled Legacy, Evan Scale, it was Caro's suggestion. She collaborated with him on Dirty Deeds. He's an absolute magician. He's fantastic. I told him what I was thinking for the vampires, and he freaking delivered. He delivered on everything. The splash page that you see in that video that we just watched, it's like he picked it right out of my brain.
Mm-hmm.
The man is just absolutely phenomenal. There's nobody else I could possibly ever consider working with on this. I get multiple emails a day now since I started promoting it. People from Instagram and other places like reach out all the time, like, hi, I'm an artist, I'm this, and I'm like, I won't even read them. Like, I'm not even good. I'm not even interested, because Evan is magic. Evan is so fantastic, and there are things that he has come up with for, like, especially the character of Layla, who gets introduced in issue 2, that just artwork that he's put on the character that have found its way into the actual plot. So he's so phenomenal, and Caro has been a literal godsend. This thing would not be happening without her. She has taught me so much. She knows all the right buttons in my brain to press to take my story, my creative process from like a 5 up to a 12. Caro is all. Caro is phenomenal.
We're already twins. You don't have to do maintenance. It's
I'm
okay.
just speaking the truth here. I'm so
cool.
grateful for her work. She's so fantastic at what she does.
Stop. Both of you stop that. We're not doing that.
What is happening here?
Yeah,
I'm just trying to say.
I'm bad.
She's good at this.
I'm bad at compliments.
We'll get better at it because
no.
it's the truth.
No.
And also, as of today, I do have a friend. He's a special effects artist by the name of Brian Sipe. He's Oscar winning.
He's only worked on a couple of things like Star Trek and Van Helsing and
Star Wars.
Van Helsing is a favorite among this panel.
Okay,
yeah,
well, we streamed with him this morning.
You should see our stream we had today with him then.
About Van Helsing.
Yeah.
Well, he worked on that, Passion of the Christ, all the like Infinity Saga films, Star Wars, you name it. And he has sculpted several designs of vampires for the comic book. And he's going to 3D print them. And we are going to set up an auction. The winner of the auction is going to pick the design they like best. That design is going to find its way into the comic book, and they're going to get to name it, and they get one of the sculptures to keep forever, autographed and painted by myself and Brian. So
Brian's
we're going to
so
set that
nice.
up. Brian
So
is
cool.
awesome.
Yeah.
So
That is really cool. I mean, you guys get the coolest guests, man.
No, Dani gets the coolest guests. I just sit there and nod a lot, be like, "That sounds so cool." You know what? Maybe I'll bring Chuck onto one of our panels. That can be my contribution.
I have been begging, like when you decided.
We had Chuck. We had Chuck on our last episode.
Do you know what Caro did to me? Like the last day I was there for MegaCon, I was leaving that day, so I didn't really get dressed.
Gonna meet Chuck.
Yeah, I was in my pajamas, no makeup, last night's hair. We go down to breakfast, and she's like, "Oh, look, there's Chuck. I'm gonna bring him over." I said, "The hell you what?" I'm sorry, what? And so that's how I met Chuck Dixon, smelling like MegaCon, in my pajamas, in an bra. You know,
he was so happy to talk to you, though.
He was so wonderful, and I did the internet is Walmart thing, and he said yes, he would come on the show. So we just have to get that worked out.
You had another special guest on your show recently, who is a guest that we have dreamed of having. We actually have a special intro for him whenever there's a news item about him.
Play that again. Hold on.
Okay.
Play it again. Okay. I'm going to send that to him right now.
We love Bo. Bo actually is like pretty friendly with our buddy Kevin Apollo, who's usually on the panel with us.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been dying to have him on the show because we love X-Men 97.
I mean, to be fair, Apollo is very attractive, so that doesn't surprise me.
Well, yeah, that's what I was like, Kevin, lure him.
Well,
look how sexy this man is.
He might be more willing here before too long. He's been going through a lot.
Of course,
and he's very skittish when it comes to going on streams and doing interviews and stuff.
I get it. I totally get it.
Yeah.
But guys, I have dropped the link for Veiled Legacy in the chat. Please click it. Please pre-order and let us know what you think, because I'm very excited for this comic book. I think you guys will really like it. So, I mean, like I said, I've read so calling it a comic book is probably not accurate. Like X-Wing and Jay would be yelling at me right now for calling it a comic book because it's 40 pages long. So,
it's a graphic novel.
It's a graphic novel. Like every time I call Daughter's Revenge a comic book, Jay and X-Wing are like, "Whoa,
whoa!"
This ain't no floppy. This is a graphic novel.
This is a graphic novel.
There's going to be 10 of them in this first series. And there's at least 2 more series in my head and a prequel novel. So
amazing.
You sound like a writer.
I might be.
But guys, we have got to pop over to the chat. So
Hello,
I
chat.
had set a goal last week because it was my birthday week that if we had made $1,000 in the 1 week, I would go live on M4 Empire Gaming and I would play God of War as Triple H. I was gonna get the bald cap, DX T-shirt. I was gonna talk in the voice the whole time and then just be in character for the entire game. I have extended that into this week. Originally, I was gonna up it to 1,200, and then I decided that was mean of me. Because at the end of the day, I think the reason we didn't hit it last week was because we ended up not having an M4 cast. So there we go. If we make $1,000 in super chats, so we are at 491 right now.
I believe in you, chat. I believe.
Please teach me your ways.
What people don't understand is that he would do this for free. He desperately wants to do this. He wants
really
to
do
dress
want
up
to
as
do it.
Mr. H. He just wants an extra
Not
$1,000.
Mr. H. I'm not dressing up as Mr. H. It's Triple H.
Yeah, well, 3 of them. Okay.
Triple H. I'm not gonna dress. I'm not gonna dress up as Nate. I'm not gonna be like
Danny, they're
mate.
fighting.
Mate.
It's adorable.
I love
Hollywood is full of retards, mate. I love Nate. He's my friend. I'm on the HCast, whatever it is. So, Juliet is checking in for £2 sterling. That's proper money right there. That brings us to
Proper money.
Yes,
Proper
it is.
money.
Indeed, yes,
All right,
quite.
How long do you have to rest your voice after doing Triple H for an extended period of time?
I have never done it for an extended period of time.
Oh,
so
I learned a thing that you might like from somebody who does professional speaking, which is when they have to speak for a long period of time to have a thing of like clear apple juice because that will coat your throat.
Yeah, well, really.
Yeah, and so instead of drinking water, because that will actually strip your throat, you drink like clear apple juice.
When
I remember
I had to sing every night, it was room temperature water with honey and lemon.
When did you have to sing every night?
Oh, it's been a long time.
Same.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, I
Was
sang
this like a jigsaw thing?
when I was a teenager. This is a little known Marv fact that the chat doesn't even know. When I was a teenager, I sang in Carnegie Hall twice.
Oh.
How do you get to Carnegie Hall?
You practice and take the subway. We were like these little like Jersey like high school kids. We hadn't really been like on the subway before. Only one of us had. So we all get in the subway. We pack in the car. There's like 15 of us, right? We're a magical choir. Or 8 of us, I guess. I don't remember how many of us there were. That's not
There were a
important.
group of
But,
children
yes.
that all ventured to the
So,
subway.
My friend
Muppets.
John.
Did you
literally-
become Shazam?
So he goes up and he grabs onto the pole, and none of us do because we don't know enough. The subway starts, and in our tuxes and dresses, we all went flying. We all just fell onto a disgusting subway floor because none of us understood. And so we fall, and I'll never forget my friend John just standing over us, holding onto the bar, and he looks down at us. He goes, "You guys are awesome."
Well, I feel like I fell too because I'm floored because of that $50 that just showed up.
Whoa! My own Aubrey Crown with $50 says, "Hey, M4cast, missed most of the streams last week due to work, but just wanting to contribute to the goal. Happy belated birthday, Marv. Aubrey Crown, you are amazing. Thank you, my friend. That is absolutely incredible."
We should
So
give
that
him a
brings us
bomb.
to
Yeah.
543.
With all that money they're flinging around like that, I'm sure someone's got $10 to fling towards the Veiled Legacy campaign, right?
right. But that's not at all. Aubrey Crown also gifted 10 M4 Empire memberships, which is another 50. And that brings us to
Boom.
593. We are pushing 600 bones here tonight.
You
Now,
see-
Aubrey,
You
What?
see how much he wants to be Mr. H? Look at this.
Triple H,
It's
not
Triple.
Mr. H. There is a
Mr. H is
H.
his father.
Oh.
Oh my goodness. You know what? We have got to play a clip for you, Aubrey Crown, because that was just entirely too generous. So here's the Hulkster.
This world will beat you down, beat you with a stick. You stick.
Danny, had you never seen that clip before?
That was the
Whenever we have a guest on, I like to play that clip
I
because
noticed.
so many people don't. We played it when Chuck was on last week, and he was flabbergasted by it.
that was the worst timing I've ever demonstrated in my life to take a drink
Yeah,
of anything.
yeah. One more time. We hear one more time.
This world will beat you down,
Like, did nobody catch that when they were filming or
Nope.
in the editing booth? Like,
That dog's having the time of his life. Let me tell you. That's what we always say.
What was briefly?
Well, yeah, that dog's definitely dead by now.
No, he's still alive in my heart, damn it.
yes.
Well said.
Thank you so much, Aubrey Crown. And then you and Cumia with $5 has helped Marvin get to his goal of 1,200 in super chats, and then which is 1,000 still. But 1,200 would be nice, guys. I will accept 1,200. Don't get me wrong. But then he followed it up with a call for
Glom Gold.
Where the hell is it?
Over there.
Glom gold, glom gold, glom gold, glom gold.
My absolute favorite. So hold on. It's $5 brings us to $5.98.
Thank you, chat. Thank you.
And then you and Cumia gifts 5 M4 Empire memberships. That's $25 right there. So that
Very
is
nice.
608, 618, 19, 20, 21, 22, 623. I can do math.
I'm so proud of you.
I'm super impressed. I cannot
Thank you.
do math.
Archer Merchant for 2, bringing us to 625, says, and to think they probably cost Zaslav his bonus with Netflix. So, okay, a lot of people think that what happened today was that Zaslav's payout got denied. It did not get denied. So, I mean, we'll talk about it in a little bit, but really what happened was the shareholders just said, we don't want him to get this, but the board can still give it to him and will still give it to him. It's basically the shareholders just being like, we don't want that. And they could just do whatever they want. So,
No, silly shareholders.
yeah. Dumble Bear for 199 pounds sterling, which we just count everything as dollars here, even though it's probably not a perfect, it's definitely not a perfect conversion rate. It says patriarchy tax.
Oh, it's tax time.
Yeah, for the patriarchy, I guess.
But Mike's not here, so we don't have Meek tax.
We don't have Miki taxes now.
No Meeky tax.
Congrats to Mike for his wedding to Roman Reigns, hot guy. Deranged Lunatic DL for 199. Power to the Niners says, hello to my Missouri sister from another mister.
Hi, DL.
Oh,
That's my dude.
Oh, awesome. And then Bookstore Thor, a.k.a. Trevor from thatparkplace.com says, Lauren, I've definitely had more coffee than Marv today. I don't know about that, man. I had 3 cups of coffee today, and now I'm having an energy drink. It's been one of those days.
Do you have a heart condition?
No.
You and Thor?
He's going to.
Yeah, I was going to say you're going to.
We're writers. I take caffeine like a champion. Actually, no.
I'm a writer.
I'm sorry,
I
it was 2
don't
cups of
drink
coffee.
caffeine.
Okay, so have I ever told you about what my gig was before that Park Place and YouTube and stuff like that? What my job was?
I think you did, and
I was a ghostwriter working for a publisher.
yeah,
And I
hated ghostwriting.
I had to turn around an 80,000.
I don't. It pays really well.
It did. It paid really well. I had to turn around an 80,000 word novel every 30 days. That involved a lot of coffee. That involved entire pots of coffee at a time.
Yeah.
Liquid Fox for $2 brings us to 631. Says, hello, everyone. Hi, Dani. The chat welcomes thee.
Thank you. Hello, Liquid Fox.
And Regina Sharp for 20 big ones, bringing us to 651. Man, we might actually get this tonight if this continues. Says, hello, everybody. Remembers the Attitude Era. Great checks notes, Mr. H. Oh, look. He brought Stoned Colt. Well done, Lauren. Well done. This message is brought to you by...
Glom gold, glom gold, glom gold, glom gold. Because I'm Flintheart Glom Gold, and I always will be. Is this some kind of game? Answer me, baby.
He's my favorite.
Answer me, baby.
Answer me, baby. Thank you very much, Regina Sharp. Appreciate that so very, very much. But yeah, loads of coffee. I want to hear how much coffee that Trevor had today. Oh, Tom says he's had 6 cups of coffee today.
It must be weird. I just have 1 cup and then that's it.
Like you're like fine for the rest of the day?
Yeah. I think
I
like,
haven't.
the only time I actually drink more than 1 cup of coffee is at the conventions, which is actually probably why you think I don't, because then I'm just like chugging back like a 5 hour and then being like, I need you to just stand there and don't touch that and please put that back and blah 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 blah.
I have to shoo you now.
Yeah, Mike told me, Epic Mike told me that the first time he ever came into the booth
I didn't know who he
while
was.
you were there, you didn't know who he was.
He
'cause
had
the
his hair back.
He had his afro pulled
Okay.
back, and you thought he was like just some guy invading the booth.
Oh, no, I have a funny booth story about someone actually invading the booth, and Nandrew and why can't I say his name?
Brandon?
Did absolutely nothing. I'm standing there, and this little guy just kind of wanders behind the booth, looking around, and I turn around and like nobody's doing anything. I said, "Excuse me, what are you doing?" He's like, I'm looking for the readers. I'm like, oh no, they're not. No. You can't be back here. And I like usher him out. And I look at Andrew. I'm like, what are you doing? And he's like, what? So this guy just told me that you directed him back here for the readers. He's like, no, I didn't. I said, but he just walked right past you into the booth. You didn't see that? He's like,
I must not have
oh my
been
God.
there. I must have been somewhere else because, like, when
Yeah.
I'm at the booth, it's like Fort Knox.
No, you were getting your super cool rogue jacket.
Oh,
Yeah,
Ooh,
but I
rogue
took care of
jacket.
it. Don't worry. Like I was
Speaking-
nice to the kid, but I went off on Andrew.
Speaking of things that are cool, by the way, you and Cumia just dropped $50. Says, if
That
I
is
have coffee, my
crazy.
heart will explode. So don't have coffee, you and Cumia. Please don't have any coffee.
Please
Oh,
don't.
Man,
Marvel
you know
drinks
what?
it for you.
You know what?
I ha-
Your thing, your whole thing about coffee, you and Cumia, I would say that is the fault of one particular person.
Oh, I see. Oh, it was no one's fault. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Well then, problem solved.
Ah, poor Nolan.
Oh, you and Cumia, thank you so very much. You know what? Here,
Hey, we can't all make declarations of hatred at the same time.
Rations. I love him.
I'm-
I haven't had coffee since MegaCon.
my all-time favorite Flintheart
Off it.
Glom Gold, of course. Is,
Please, no. Covered with scorpions. Oh, covered with scorpions.
No! Covered with scorpions! Get them off me! What are you doing to my head?
I swear, guys,
one
I
of
don't.
my-
It just
It's
happens.
one of my favorite Claremont stories too.
What's the story?
The Morlocks. It's when
Oh, the
they're down in the Morlocks.
I love the Morlocks. But thank you very much, you and Kimmy. That brought us over $700 for the week, guys. This is
Holy shnikes, Batman.
This is huge. We're on our way. We are $299 away from Triple H playing God of War. So that is going to be pretty cool. But the way we like to start off all of our streams, guys, here on M4Cast is we like to talk to our panel and find out what they are watching or reading or listening to this week. So, Lorne, what have you been watching this week?
I have been rewatching the Mandalorian seasons in the lead up to the Mandalorian and Grogu.
I should be doing that. Huh. So how far are you?
I am about to start the second disc of season 2, which should be them going to Corvus, meeting Morgan Elsbeth, and encountering Ahsoka.
Huh. Okay.
Great
so
episode.
you're in season 2 then. Okay.
Correct.
So how'd you like season 1 on rewatch? Does it hold up?
Yeah, I love both season 1 and season 2. I think they are much better than the community consensus is today.
Yeah.
I have only watched season 3 once and never gone back to it, so it's going to be culture shock again.
Mhm.
I'm not looking forward to that part of the rewatch, but we'll get there.
We will get there indeed, my friend. That's pretty cool. And we both watched Maul Shadow Lord this past week with the 2 episodes they dropped, and we our thoughts about that were on M4Cast AM earlier this week. We did not like these episodes. We have been high on a couple of them, but this was not one of those days. This was not a good week for them. Kara, what have you been watching, reading, listening to, or whatever?
It's been 2 weeks since I've last seen you. I've digested much media. I'm happy to share it with you.
Oh, please.
So I watched Place of Bones, which is a movie that I'm watching because Dani and I are going to interview somebody who was very moved by the movie that made him want to go into movies. So I watched that. And then I watched the first Super Mario's movie before I watched the Super Mario Galaxy movie. So I was able to come out of that with an informed opinion. I finished reading Fanatical Prospecting, which is about basically getting people to buy things from you because I work in business, so I kind of want to keep people buying stuff from me. I read a really fun book called Tin Man, which is about this sci-fi pilot who gets an AI pilot and how they work together. And I don't want to. It's a short story, but it's actually really. I really like the plot twist at the end. I thought it was very well done. And then I suffered through a terrible movie called Poor Things, which I'm not going to speak of anymore. And
did you guys do a whole show on that?
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
I normally, when I'm here with you guys, I don't talk very much. Like, I think this was the first time when I've streamed with Dani, and I did more talking than Dani did. So that was
amazing.
Yeah.
You had a lot of thoughts about that. I remember, like, you texted me in all caps about it. So
like, this is trash. Yeah, that was what I did. Yeah, that was the summary of it. I'm currently reading the omnibus for Eisenhorn. So who's a character from Warhammer, and I'm about halfway through Xenos right now, and I'm really digging this character. I really like it. And then this weekend, I'm gonna go see the Michael movie.
Very, very nice.
Yeah.
We'll go over and then Nolan, what did you watch this week? What weird YouTube thing?
For once, it's not YouTube. I've actually been keeping up with the NFL draft. Actually, it's going on today, and a friend of mine out of state has actually been keeping me up to date on all the picks that's been going on currently. So it's been pretty exciting.
Did your team get many sports guys?
Oh, all of the sports guys. I hope they win the sport ball, honestly.
Yeah. I hope you win the season finale of sports. Martin Stone, what have you been watching?
Well, let's see. I didn't get a chance to watch much this week, but I did some reading. I'm continuing with Plutarch's Parallel Lives, as everybody loves, obviously. But I just finished Jim Butcher's 12 Months a couple of days ago.
Oh.
Caro had actually asked me about it in the pre-show.
Yeah.
It's great. If anybody who loves the Dresden Files series, I think you'll enjoy this one.
Okay, I'm gonna make time then after Eisenhorn and work on that because I love Jim Butcher so much. I really do.
Have you read the Aeronauts Windless series?
I have, yeah.
Cinder Spires.
That's really good. And then I liked his Fury Cauldron one as well. Yeah.
Cool.
I really like that one because he basically was like in a forum and he was like, look, if you're a good writer, you can take anything that's uninteresting and make it interesting. So he took like the Foreign Legion and in Pokemon and put them together, and people were like, this is a great story. And he was like, very, very Butcher.
Dani, what have you been watching this week or reading or?
Well, my husband and I are doing it's like our annual X-Files rewatch. We do that a lot. Oh yeah, we love X-Files. And I'm currently reading The Art of Fiction by John Gardner. And I've got to finish this book so I can start some writing classes. So
fantastic.
Dani, my wife's a huge X-Files fan. So I made her a playlist of the entire X-Files universe in chronological order. Millennium, The Lone Rangers, X-Files, all the movies in a playlist so you can watch it through.
Fantastic.
Oh, that's
awesome.
nice. We've been trying to find like the first X-Files movie.
It's hard to find.
We can't find it anywhere. I was so mad.
They're trying to hide it from us.
They are.
But this is the internet. We can find anything.
Exactly.
The truth is out there.
Well done. So I have been watching a bunch of things. None of them supernatural. But it'd be funny if the week Trish wasn't here. I'm like, I watched all of Supernatural. But so
because that's the joke. You haven't seen all of it.
Yeah, I've watched the first season and I enjoyed the first season. I just haven't dove back in. So the we were watching Invincible, and I was really, other than one really dumb filler episode that I like offended me to my core as like,
I know exactly what you're talking about.
As somebody of faith and if somebody is, like I was very offended by one episode, but I was able to overlook it because like a lot of like the superheroing this season was really good. The finale was last night and it incensed me because it's more like every time this show gets good, it does something dumb and woke.
Was it the Eve thing?
It was the Eve thing.
What is it with Seth Rogen shows lately where anything he's involved in that he's got to like wedge that topic in there?
Well, I don't think he's involved in this is Robert Kirkman. This is because that was directly from the comics.
He's a producer.
Yeah. Oh, is he? Okay. Well, apparently this happened in the comics.
Got his fingerprints on it.
Yeah, it happened in the comics too. The thing that really like irked me was not even the fact that like it happened, was the fact that she hid it from him.
Yeah.
And then he apologized to her.
Yes, that irritated me.
When he
That
apologized to
irritated me
her,
so bad.
I was just like, no way. That was like not fun.
Oh yeah, poor you.
Mhm.
You lost a child.
Mhm.
And you never knew about this child that was kept from you.
Yeah, and he
You
made it
would
sound
be
like
incensed.
he made it sound like he was leaving to go do something selfish when he left her there. I'm like, dude, you were going to save the world. And
The
like
universe.
I'm like, why does Mark keep like dating these girls who like, you know, are just like, I know you have to save the world and all, but what about me and my time? Like the first girl that he dates, who was just like, everyone hates that girl. But I mean, I really liked all the stuff on Viltrum. I like episode 7. I was like, this episode was phenomenal. I was super excited for episode 8, and it was just, you know, not great.
Yeah.
We've also, my wife and I have been watching Kyoryu Sentai Zyuranger, which is the Japanese show that Mighty Morphin Power Rangers was based on. And so we're doing a little like contrast and compare. So we watched like the pig episode, and we were like, and I said to my wife, I'm like, hey, did you know that in this episode in the American version, Trini is literally standing under a giant sign that just says Asian? And she was like, no way. And I was like, yeah, no, yes way. Like, let's. And so we went on and we like started watching it, and then we were like, yep, she is.
Oh my god.
It's amazing. It's so fun. And Zach is literally at the booth that says African American. Like, what is African American food? Like,
oh my god.
and then Jason and Kimberly are at the America booth. My wife was like, is Billy at the gay booth? I love Power Rangers though.
No, there's a
It
flag.
would have just been a rainbow.
The original Zyuranger though is actually really good. Like, I recommend people watch it. It's on Tubi, and it's subtitled and everything like that. The first time I watched it was with no subtitles. And this was back when I was like a really big anime, like I was like an anime snob with like, I'm only gonna watch subtitles and blah blah blah. And so I watched Zyuranger the first time, no subtitles, and I was able to actually follow it because of little words that I was able to pick up here and there from just watching a lot of anime at the time. So
shut your face.
Yeah, I was able.
Seriously?
I wasn't able to like understand everything, but I was always able to understand the gist of the scene by the words some of the words they were using.
I can like count to 5 and say I would like and good morning and good night. It's like
Miso to gohan kudasai. That means water and rice, please.
Oh, okay.
I started learning some Japanese. I started doing like the Duolingo with Japanese because I really want to go to Japan, and I don't want to go anywhere where I don't speak the language. So I was trying to learn it. I got actually pretty far. Like, I was able to the point where I could actually identify all the kanji, and then I fell off and I completely forgot all of it. So basically, I'm just
that happens.
Yeah, it does.
I was using Duolingo to learn Klingon.
That's pretty cool.
Marv, had you heard that Hasbro's expanding into a retro or Legends TV station?
I had not heard that.
Yeah, I just saw that today. Let me see if I can track it down.
Retro Legends TV station? That's interesting.
Yeah, so it's called Hasbro Legends.
It's gonna be like a streaming service, or is it gonna be like an actual TV station?
I think what I read was that it's gonna be like digital broadcast TV.
That's pretty cool.
And it'll have, I think, all the stuff they own, which I believe includes Power Rangers now.
I found all of these I found these YouTube pages that just post like old Looney Tunes stuff. If you've been following me on X the last couple days, I've been sharing a bunch of them. I forgot how much I love Bugs Bunny, Yosemite Sam cartoons. They are just they don't make them like that anymore, man. And like, I'm just glad they're like on the internet.
Did you see the trailer for Coyote versus Acme?
I did.
Yes.
I did not know that John Cena was in that movie.
Before we get too far, I just want to say that I'm really glad that you explained the Power Ranger thing, because when you had messaged me saying I'm watching Power Rangers, I was like, I don't know Marv well enough to know if this is a distress phrase or not. Like, what should I do? I'll wait.
The Red Ranger's sword is literally right there. The Green Ranger's dagger is literally right there. I've got the White Ranger's sword right there. So it's safe to say Power Rangers is a thing for me.
Okay, so it's
I
not a
have
distress.
No.
I have a green Power Ranger up there, but it's for my late brother. He was my younger brother, and he was really into it. I've never really watched Power Rangers.
My two big things when I was a kid were Power Rangers and the 90s X-Men cartoon. So like those were like my two big things when I was a kid.
You must like Ron Wasserman.
Not familiar, Nolan. Who's that?
Ron Wasserman, he's the guy that made the theme song for both shows.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just didn't know the name.
He's a cool dude.
Yeah. If you ever really want to like see just how messed up Hollywood could be, like in terms of like financial exploitation, not like in the other ways that it can be messed up, check out the episode of The Toys That Made Us for Power Rangers and watch how Haim Saban completely raked these young actors over the coals.
Oh,
yeah. I've seen that. You're absolutely correct.
Dr. Bradford says Marv's call for help is the Rise of Skywalker is so. I'm the Rise of Skywalker for fun. He says that call SWAT on him. I'm interested, guys, in the chat. What do you think my send help phrase would be? I want to know.
Tell
in the
us.
Chat. Yeah, tell us in the chat. We'll put it up on the screen. Super chat.
Dani, what's your phrase?
My cry for help phrase.
Would it be that you like the Tati palette? Would that be it?
No, it would probably be something like oh my god, I'm so into Bridgerton, I can't wait for the next season. Or I don't know.
Man, I love Skinwalkers.
Yeah, some stupid reality TV girly crap like, I cannot wait for the next Taylor Swift album, or I'm really enjoying Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
that would be my cry for help.
Lauren, what's your distress?
Yeah.
Pass me the yams.
Pass me the yams?
Is that because it's not something commonly said, or because you hate
like
yams?
You want to make me projectile vomit in less than a second? That's the way to do it.
Okay, good to know. Don't give him. Okay, I'm gonna put that in my notes.
It might work for all of us. Like, God, save Starfleet Academy. Hashtag save Starfleet Academy.
Well, I mean, so Lauren, I've learned recently, after a visit from Lauren for MegaCon, that Lauren is a connoisseur of all things chicken. Like,
I just despise
chicken.
them. I hate chickens.
Yes,
I want to.
clearly.
I will defenestrate any chicken that comes in my vicinity. They tell tales in the coop at night about me.
I raise chickens, so don't come near my property.
Have you ever seen Werner Herzog talk about chickens?
No,
but I want to.
Okay, I'll find that and send it to you.
I need to look that up.
Martin, what's your distress? Oh, when you come back. No.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm back.
Oh, what's your distress phrase? That way we all know.
I'll reread Forrest Gump.
That's
really.
Oh, what a terrifying book!
That is a horrible book.
By the way,
Lauren, just horrible.
Lauren, my wife just texted me and said, "Tell Lauren I laughed out loud at the yams line."
It's true. I'm not
Apparently
kidding
that
about
really
that.
tickled her. No, like I'm just imagining like, I say, boy, you just walked into the wrong chicken coop here. Look, boy, with your glasses and your hat, and oh my God! Nolan, what's your distress your distress phrase?
Oh, that's a hard one. I love data centers. They're the best thing. I hate Sydney Sweeney. She's so ugly. Ugh.
Yeah.
Why would I ever want any of that?
Mario 64 is overrated. No, I think, Kara, what would yours be?
Captain Marvel's my favorite character.
I was gonna say.
So people think mine would be Rachel Zegler is an angel. The Last Jedi is the best Star Wars movie ever. Your phrase would be I love Ryan Kinnell. I do love Ryan Kinnell. You would cue me for $4.99. Says your cry for help is praising Tony Khan. Yeah, probably. It would be, man, AEW is saving wrestling.
You know who I don't believe in? Joe Hendry.
Yes, you do, though.
Shame.
I'm just saying your phrase.
Oh, I don't believe in Joe Hendry. Matt says, I love Seth Rogen. Yeah, I love Seth Rogen, and he should be involved in all the IPs that I love from my childhood.
How about Leslie Headland did nothing wrong?
Leslie Headland is this generation's Hemingway.
Oh my!
I can't wait to move to LA. There you go. There's my cry for
that's
help.
a simpler one.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's my cry for help.
Be like,
I'm
Zack
moving to
Snyder's
LA.
Justice League is a misunderstood classic. He's a real auteur. If I ever say that, then
Restore the Snyderverse. There we go.
Yes, if I ever,
Restore
that's it. That's my phrase. My phrase
There's
is restore the Snyderverse. If I ever say that, it means send help immediately.
Yeah,
It means they've got me and there is a gun to my head.
Save Starfleet Academy. Save the Acolyte. And restore the Snyderverse.
Leslie Headland's wife seems like a charming lady.
Yes, she was so nice. She's not abusive at all.
No,
she's not abusive at all.
She's in no way, or Jada Pinkett Smith is a misunderstood genius.
She's a lovely woman.
Let me tell you guys a fun story about a distress phrase when I was in the military. So we have exercises overseas because we're in high tense areas where we have to be ready to react to things, and so these exercises can go on for a week or 3 weeks or a month. It really depends. And so every morning we're all given the word, right, of if you hear it means somebody is on the other side of a door and there's a gun at their head, right? And that particular morning it was unicorn, right? That was the word. So I was like, I looked at it, I memorized it, I went to work. And so my building got infiltrated. We all had to go into the panic room and we locked it up and put stuff up against the wall. And of course, like naturally, it's like, hey, can you still send that email? And I'm in full chem gear, right? So it's like, yeah, let me grab some pencils and I'll just start typing, right? And so the door starts to get kicked in. People are yelling, like, we got guns. You're going to open the door. And like, no. Like, we're the pigs from the story. Like, you can't fool us, Wolf. We're not going to let you in. Right.
Not by the hair on our chinny chin chin.
Yeah. And so I'm sitting there with like, my 2 pencils and I'm typing here. I'll pretend like with these makeup brushes. Right. And so I'm sitting here and I'm typing this email to somebody while somebody's trying to break in the door so they can shoot us. And the banging goes away. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Maybe I can finish my email. And then on the other side, it's like, it's Colonel Unicorn. I need you to let me in. Right. And I'm like, that sounds like danger. My boss walks over and opens the door. And of course, like the guy comes in and goes, bang, 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 you're all dead. And so we were all like,
oh, so this is like a simulation that you're doing.
Yeah,
like training.
I don't think you reference. I was like, oh my god, was she like,
it's
like
training.
A serious,
yeah, we go through base exercises. So exercises means training. And so like we had this moment because like the inspector was there, and of course like the highest ranking person in the room was like, can you give us a minute? And he was like, yeah, sure, I'll be right back. And he closes the door. And we all take our chem gear off. And we're like, what the fuck? You're like, you were yelling at him. And we're like, what was that? What were you doing? And he was like, it was a curdle. And it was like, you dumbass. Who the fuck has the surname of Unicorn?
Oh my goodness, I love it.
And then, but on that base, at that time, if you died in an exercise, you had to go and do bag work. So we spent the remaining 10 hours of our shift filling up sandbags.
So you guys had like it was like Pee-wee's Playhouse with like the secret word, but instead of like just screaming, it was like you all die?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like, and of course, like, and there's like the people who do like the exercises, the observers, right? Sometimes they'll just walk over and give you like a piece of paper with a scenario that you have to do. And unfortunately, they were like, that person over there seems to know everything that goes on in this office, and everybody keeps asking them questions. So they handed me a piece of paper, and it was that you went to the bathroom and slipped and cracked your head on the toilet. And I was like, do I have to fill up sandbags? And they're like, no. And I was like, oh, thank you. Right. And so like I got to wear a sign that just said like I'm a ghost on it. And so I was still like, at least now when I'm typing my emails, I'm not using pencils. Like, so I'm like sending out all my emails, and then every now and then I'll haunt somebody being like, that's too many calories in your coffee.
You and Cumia with another $50 says Marvin says I want to do a live stream with Wilton. Yeah, that was how you would know if I ever say I wanted to do a live stream with Wilton, because it's
This is a lie.
However, you were merciful this morning to him in a way that surprised me.
How?
It was suggested to you and myself and some others that we should pressure Steve as Wilton to review Rings of Power Season 3. And you said no.
Okay, so you want to know why? This has nothing to do with mercy for Steve or for Wilton. It's just because I don't want more Wilton on YouTube. I'm trying to clean up the airwaves. I don't care if he's happy or sad. I just don't want Wilton on this web.
So mercy is still for the weak.
Mercy is still for the weak.
Fools! Idiots! Imbeciles!
Haven't played that one in a while.
This was a rare case where you were actually kinder than I was in a situation like this, and it surprised me.
I wasn't being kind.
I think from his perspective, he would take it that way.
Well, he's wrong.
You may have ingratiated yourself to Wilton. He may now want to spend time with you.
He can. My answer to that is
It's not just a no, it's a oh hell no!
Thank you, Vince.
I mean, if you told him no,
When
how's
has
that
ever
being
stopped him?
nice?
Because it's a thing he wouldn't want to do. It's me sparing him from that, but I'm sparing the internet from more of him. So,
Okay.
But Lauren, thank you for that input.
Thank you, Lord.
Thank you for that input.
You are very welcome. Thank you, you and Cumia. That was a whole bunch of. You know what? We haven't played this one in a good long while. Here
你
you
好，
go.
中国就是叫西呢，我爱更尊重中国更中国人，我很抱歉对我的错误。
There we go. Nolan.
Let's go, all girl.
Nolan does love Sydney Sweeney. All right, so Lauren has sent me this thing about Werner Herzog talking about chickens.
That wasn't me. That was Martin.
Oh,
Yeah, I
Martin
put it in
sent it. I just assumed it was Lauren. Let's have a look at what he says. It's only 40 seconds long, apparently.
Enormity of their flat brain, the enormity of their stupidity is just overwhelming. You have to do yourself a favor when you're out in the countryside and you see chicken. Try to look a chicken in the eye with great intensity, and the intensity of stupidity that is looking back at you is just amazing.
What?
By the way, it's very easy to hypnotize a chicken.
This is true. You just
They're
lay their
very
head on the
prone
ground
to
and draw a line.
hypnosis. And in 1 or 2 films, I've actually shown that.
It's true. That's I love this man. I love
So
Werner.
tell me,
I thought you were
Tell
talking
me-
about people in X for a minute.
tell me how to hypnotize a chicken one more time.
Yeah,
You
no,
lay their
like,
head on the ground and you draw a line in front of them, and it absolutely puts them to sleep. They cannot move. They become paralyzed.
You
so they
lay
really are like
their,
nature's idiots.
Yes, they
you
are.
lay their head on the ground.
And draw a line in from them. And to them, they perceive that as like infinity. They're looking into infinity. And they will become perfectly paralyzed on the ground.
So like from their head here, you draw the line like perpendicular to them, or you draw a line like away from
I think
them?
it's straight.
Straight
Well,
ahead.
it's
Andy,
yeah.
I
It'd be
need you to
straight.
do this later.
That's why
Is this like
I
a
need
real
this.
version of the sea bear circle?
I think you can also tuck their head under their wings and they go right
Yes.
to sleep.
Yeah, and have you guys heard the story about? I don't remember the name of it, but it was like in the 30s. There was a farmer that was basically trying to kill his chicken for dinner, and he lopped its head off. But he managed to cut it off right at the base of the brain stem, and the head was gone. But the chicken lived for many months afterwards and continued to act as a chicken. He had to feed it with a dropper through its neck, and
Why would you keep feeding it?
Well,
It's
because he was
still
taking it around
alive.
to shows. He
Yeah,
billed
it
it,
was-
as Mike the Headless Chicken.
Okay, that makes more sense because I would have been like, I would have just ate it. I would have just finished the job and ate the chicken. But
Spoken like a farm person.
yeah,
So when it's, this is just vitriol for chickens that I have never seen before in my life.
Oh, there's
But-
a 3-minute version.
Oh,
I already
that's
loved.
amazing.
I already loved Werner Herzog. Now I love him even more.
Yeah, seriously.
This is better. He's like my mentor now.
I need to play something for you guys. I played it on Culture Crossfire earlier today, and it's a song that's been in my head for the entire week. And it's not political, I promise, even though it involves a politician. I have shown this to people that both love and hate this president, and they have all loved this song. So enjoy this for what it is.
There's no way I can make it down that ramp.
Oh,
Enjoy that in your head for the next week, guys. But
oh, it stopped. There's no way.
We were getting into it. We were about to make our
way.
dance.
Have,
I can
have
make it
either
down
of
that
you
ramp.
have either of you seen These Clones Ain't Loyal?
Yes.
yeah, Caro's seen it. These clothes ain't loyal is my favorite thing. But my other favorite thing is Snarky to Steak with $50.
Ooh.
Bring us to 806 for the week. We are only, guys, about 200 away from the goal. This is incredible. Snark Dog says that troll ain't loyal. Punt that poop off the internet. I agree. And you know what? If he's saying that troll ain't loyal, then maybe, Lauren, we have to play it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, we might need a little base window in here.
You
Danny,
need me to load it in?
have you ever seen base window?
I have not.
Oh,
Oh, you're
Okay.
gonna love it.
I'm loading it in. I'll just put it up.
I
for
know.
you.
I already got it. All right, we're gonna let this one play because this one's really good.
Commander Cody, the time has come, homie. Execute Order 66. I'm still alive, motherfucker.
I love Palpatine's face there.
Me and my squad thought we was day ones. Now they coming in too hot. I deflected every blaster just to keep you in the mix. When did y'all start playing? Hit me with that 66. Of my 501st boys, one shooters. I have had it with these motherfucking dancing clone troopers. These clones ain't loyal. Felt it when my homies died. Clones ain't loyal. Watch my boy Kiadi Monday die. These clones ain't loyal. There ain't nowhere for you to hide. Clones ain't loyal. The chosen one, crispy inside.
I love the double-bladed lightsaber base.
And then to the stamina and fighting. Every
If this
bar.
is why we have, if this is why there's a RAM shortage, I'm okay with it.
Told that boy Skyway to take the motherfucking seat. Now you're marching in the temple with the 501st Fleet. I was slapping on the bass, just getting ready to record. He told me I think that Chancellor's a motherfucking Sith Lord.
I love it, Sith Lord. I realized that on my fourth viewing.
Boys were my day one shooters. I have had it with these motherfucking dancing clone troopers.
That was Captain Rex.
These clones ain't loyal. He's too dangerous to be left alive. These clones ain't loyal. Watch my boy Kiadi Monday die. These clones ain't loyal. Stepping on my Jedi.
I love how Kiadi Mooney just looks more and more like depressed each time.
Motherfucking Jedi homicide.
I think that's actually from one of the special edition.
The Attack of the Clones extra features.
Yeah.
They wanted to show how far they could rig the CGI puppet.
Yeah, exactly.
Laughing when my homies die. These clones ain't loyal. Watch my boy Kiadi Monday die. These clones ain't loyal. There ain't nowhere for you to hide. These clones ain't loyal.
VH1.
Crispy inside.
I love that look he gives them.
Oh my god.
Their mouths even match the words.
Kiadi Monday die. These clones ain't loyal.
It's so rare for these.
Motherfucking Jedi homicide.
Oh, that was good.
So good.
That's a jam.
It's so good. It is probably my favorite thing. I listen to that, no lie, at least twice a day.
That's fantastic.
The reason they're getting the lip syncing right is he's actually shown some behind the scenes stuff. He's actually doing all of the movements and stuff himself in front of a green screen and then rigging the AI stuff in front of it. So he's using himself as a template to get all the mouth movements and everything.
Yeah.
That's some good effort. I appreciate it.
It really is good. Like that is unbelievable. There's one other one that I've been watching, Carol. I've shown you this, but I haven't really shown anyone else this one. It is
Exclusive.
Yeah, where is it? Come on, I thought it would be in this mix. It is Goblet of Fire as a musical.
Oh my goodness, yes.
I know where this is going.
Fire as
It's
a musical.
quite delightful.
It's so good.
Thank you, Snarky. Thank you.
Oh, did Snarky just...
Snarky did a snark.
Oh, Snark Dog with another 10. I'm going to get to the rest of Super Checks soon, guys. But Snark for 10 says, took some convincing to get this on the pro show, but I should have led with that VR played it. It's been on several times since. Now here too. Good shit. Thank you very much. It's 8:16 that brought us to. Man, we are flying through. I'm having so much fun. I don't even care if we get to the main topic. But, you know.
I was about to say, we're never getting there.
Yeah, here, take a look at this one. This one is amazing. Karkaroff on the upright bass. Mad Eye on the drums. Snape shredding.
But it's a musical.
Harry Potter, no, Harry Potter.
Go on, Harry, for goodness sake.
He's a cheat. He's not even 17 yet.
I love that that's good.
I tell you, you French tart. Everything is a conspiracy theory. Quiet, I can't think. Everything is a conspiracy
Here it
theory.
comes.
I protest, Harry. I protest, Harry. Did you put your name in the goblet of fire? No, sir. Did you ask one of the older students to do it for you? No, sir. You're absolutely sure? Yes, yes, sir. But of course he is lying. The hell he is. The goblet of fire is an exceptionally
I love Mad Eye.
powerful magical object. Only an exceptionally powerful can fund this charm could have hoodwinked its magic way. Beyond the talents of a fourth year, you seem to have given this a fair bit of thought. Mad Eye, it was once my job to think as dark wizards do. Karkaroff, perhaps you remember, this doesn't help alas or leave this to your party. The rules are absolute. The goblet of fire constitutes a binding magical contract. Mr. Potter has no choice. He is, as of tonight, a Tri-Wizard champion. Harry, did you put your name in the goblet of fire? No.
Sparks behind
Did you
stage.
ask one of the older students to do it for you? No, sir. You're absolutely sure? Yes, yes, sir. But of course he is lying. The hell he is.
It's so good.
You know, a binding magical contract to me implies there must be magical legal firms. Like there could be a
Yeah, like I don't remember what they said would happen if he didn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe he
I
would, like,
don't
just
remember
die.
either. But I like to think there's like a LA Law for magicians or Ally McBeal kind of show out there that could exist.
This is easy, Martin. Lawyers, magical lawyers, are warlocks.
We can make this happen.
We could do one more. Yeah, I got one more for you guys. This is another one of my favorites.
Oh, he's spoiling us.
Oh, I love this one.
This is such a good one. Like this one's just a banger song. Like this one's like on my mixes.
I don't know you anymore. Anakin, you're breaking my heart. I'll never stop loving you. But you are going down a path I can't follow because of what you've done, what you plan to do. Stop now, come back, I love you.
Liar!
No!
You're with him, you betrayed me. You brought him here to kill me. Let her go, Anakin, let her go. You turn.
Oop, that didn't work. It just like skitzed out. That's weird.
It was like enough.
I was going to do Harry Potter as a teen comedy, but
Like, tell a joke already.
But
yeah, I found one was Harry Potter, but the trailer recut as a teen comedy.
Oh,
I
that's
thought
funny.
we might get copyright
one-
struck
yeah,
because
that-
it uses some real.
Yeah, that one might.
Yeah.
Ding us. I gotta get to some super chats though. But guys, you gotta go back. You gotta go back and watch that one. It's so good. The I have failed you, Anakin. I have failed you. It's really good. Okay, super chats. Let's get to them. Let's see. Snarky, member for 3 months, said, "Hail M4 Empire chat and panel. Hail to you, Snark Dog."
Hello, Snark.
Liquid Fox 85 says, "Marv, send help. Boston is great, and so are their accents. Although his hatred of Boston is on par with mine, and I would rather be deleted than to ever say that. Some things aren't worth it."
More Than a Feeling's a great song.
More than a feeling. Love Boston.
Oh, you know what? I think I missed this one. You and Cumia for 10 M4 Empire
Oh.
memberships, which is another 50.
Thank
Good
you.
Lord, are you going to be able to afford groceries?
You and Cumia,
The
man,
next-
you very, very generous. Thank you, my friend. I really appreciate it. That's a 50, so we have got to play a clip for you there.
It's over 9,000!
Commander, you've rained on my glorious parade. For this, I'm sending everything I've got at you. But I won't let you have the satisfaction of catching me. I'm escaping to the one place that hasn't been corrupted by capitalism. Space!
I love that one so much. Tim Curry's just having the time of his life. Oh, there's a few earlier that I think I had missed. See, I'm jumping around too much. This is the problem.
You're having fun. How dare you?
Archer Merchant says, "Don't do it, Lauren. You have so much to live for." I don't remember what that was in reference to.
Probably the yams.
That was
Maybe
my
the
guess.
Yams. Yeah. 02RR for 199. Power to the Niners says, "Saw Mario Galaxy Tuesday night. 7.1 out of 10 for me. I would give it a 7.5 or an 8, probably. I think I gave it an 8 in my review." Regina Sharp for 5. Hold on. Regina Sharp for 5. That's 871. Number 8.
Look at
I
him
hear
laughing.
a dry erase board.
I do have a dry erase board in front of me.
Oh, Caro, he has a dry erase board.
And you have a digital thing that you can use as well as your 15 erase boards.
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Okay.
I'll be quiet now.
Regina Sharp for 5 says, "I haven't seen Base Windu, but I have seen Lando Jackson." I've never seen Lando Jackson. I don't know what that is. But
I'm hoping it's like an Action Jackson, but with Lando Calrissian as the
yeah,
as
probably.
the lead.
Snarky for 10 says, "Oh wait, we read this one already, but thank you again, Snark." And then Snarky sent a $4.99 super sticker, which brings us to $8.80 for the week. We are 120 away from our goal for the Triple H God of War playthrough. So that's very exciting, guys.
Yay.
Put it back on there to show.
Chat's amazing. Thank you, chat.
Guys,
That's incredible.
You're being super generous this week, Chad. I really appreciate it. All right. Okay, you know what? We should probably talk about the actual thing we're supposed to talk about tonight.
I mean, it's your show. We can do whatever you want.
I know, but it's on the thumbnail, so I feel like
You're like, you don't want to be clickbait?
Yeah, random nonsense doesn't make for a great thumbnail. So
We could try it next week.
All right. We should try that next week, actually. All right. So here is the biggie from this week, I thought. Is Netflix working with Mark Ruffalo and other Hollywood celebrities to stop the Paramount WB merger?
I want to change my cry for help statement.
I enjoy Mark Ruffalo's work.
I love Mark Ruffalo. He is a great human being, and he has intelligent things to say. We should listen to him.
Yes, if Dani says that, guys, send help immediately. She's being
Immediately, yes.
He is our nation's voice of conscience.
He's a national treasure.
Yes, that's my cry for help.
So it says here, this is from geeksandgamers.com, by the way, guys, I wrote this one. It says, as opposition to the proposed merger between Paramount Global and Warner Bros. Discovery continues to grow, a new question is quietly making its way through Hollywood and Washington alike. Is Netflix helping fuel the resistance after failing in its bid to buy WB? According to a new report from Puck, P-U-C-K, YouTube, Puck, insiders at Paramount and beyond are increasingly suspicious that the streaming giant may be working behind the scenes, either directly or indirectly, to slow down or even derail the deal entirely. Now, the latest wave of opposition comes in the form of an open letter signed by more than 3,000 actors, which is now up to almost 4,000. List includes Jason Bateman, Joaquin Phoenix, J.J. Abrams, Florence Pugh, Denis Villeneuve, Ben Stiller, Kristen Stewart, and, of course, Pedro Pascal, Peepaw himself. Mark Ruffalo, who's recently been vocal about the merger before the U.S. Senate, has been particularly tied to the broader push for regulatory scrutiny. Now, let's face, the campaign appears to be grassroots effort driven by concerns over consolidation in the entertainment industry, but as the Puck report notes, efforts on this scale rarely materialize without coordination, and that's where the speculation begins here. The letter is backed by organizations like the Democracy Defenders Fund, the Committee for the First Amendment, and the Future Film Coalition, all of which are also planning public demonstrations tied to the issue. Now, they did actually today, or last night, have a big protest outside of Warner Brothers like studios or offices or whatever it was. It didn't work though. The shareholders today voted to approve the merger. So the merger is approved, but it has to still go through regulators, and the Democratic senators are going to do everything in their power to stop it.
I got to congratulate the committee on the First Amendment because they got that one passed over 200 years ago. Good for you.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Well above it. They're beyond their time.
So, while Netflix has publicly denied any involvement in the letter or related protest, the report indicates that some inside Paramount believe the company is quietly encouraging opposition efforts to the WB merger. It does not come out of nowhere because, according to Puck, Netflix has reportedly been eyeing ways to engage in the regulatory conversation surrounding the merger. That could include working with public affairs specialists or leveraging outside experts to raise concerns at regulators. A name that has surfaced is Nicholas Hill, a former Justice Department antitrust official who has previously testified in high-profile cases. Hill is said to have contacted government staff regarding the deal, though Netflix denies any connection to him. A senior government official quoted in the report claimed that complaints tied to individuals connected to Netflix have been surprisingly aggressive, though that claim is based on anonymous sourcing and remains unverified beyond the report itself. So here's why Netflix might care. Even without direct involvement, it's not hard to see why Netflix would have a vested interest here. A combined Paramount Warner Bros. Discovery creates a significantly larger competitor. Also, David Ellison ate their lunch. You know, he outbid them, took them to the woodshed, and kicked them in the pants. Now, they might not be trying to kill it outright. They might just be trying to cost Paramount more money, because the Ellison Group faces a massive penalty if the merger doesn't close on time, paying Warner Bros. Discovery shareholders $650 million per quarter if the deal drags past September 30th. And that kind of ticking clock changes the stakes dramatically. Even slowing the process could become incredibly costly, raising the question of whether outside pressure, organic or otherwise, could be strategically aimed at forcing delays rather than outright cancellation. Guys, do you think that Ted Sarandos is petty enough to do this?
Yes.
Yeah.
It will never not be hilarious to me.
Business.
Yeah.
How much a big business is like a high school lunchroom.
Yes.
I don't know if it's like petty. I think it's literally just business. You
Yeah.
know?
I think so.
Yeah. I mean, there's all kinds of shenanigans that they get up to that we don't see in the public eye. And I think what's happening is like people are like trying to like make Netflix like the boogeyman and be like, no, he's the bad guy in this story, guys. They're making everything terrible. And I'm like, you know what? You probably did this to somebody like 10 years ago, right? And you just don't like that it's being done to you.
I remain convinced that Amazon bought Whole Foods just to rattle Walmart's chain.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this sort of thing happens.
Mm-hmm. I completely agree.
And Hollywood is probably in their little acting union groups, therapy sessions are probably just upset because this means that some projects are going to get stopped, the jobs are going to get limited, because at least Netflix is no, I was about to give them way too much credit. I was about to say that they're kind of picking up that the woke is bad, but the only reason I'm saying that is because at one point Netflix brought all the woke writers into a room and they're like, good news, everyone, you're fired.
Did they really do that?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's good, at least.
Yeah, they brought them all in, and they were like, "Well, you're all responsible as big writing contributors to all these projects that nobody likes. Therefore, you don't get to stay. Have a nice day, bye."
Wow. Well, that's something.
One thing that I used to think was a good strategy for Netflix was that they wanted to be the place where everybody could find their favorite show, because with streaming you could do that, you could segment and things like that. But then it turned out that was not entirely true, because there are just vast swaths of the viewing public they're not really interested in having around.
Yep.
100%.
Yeah, I think Hollywood's just ticked off. Because they know that there's going to be less control, less things that they are going to have direct control over.
Yes.
For certain people in Hollywood. So that's the only reason why they're angry.
Marv, we've got a 50.
I don't know why they sent Mark. Yeah. Why did they send Mark to go and champion this? Like, nobody likes or respects Mark. He's like the worst person. It's like, let's just shoot ourselves in the foot and send Mark, and now we can talk about the 50 donuts.
Well, exactly. Mark Ruffalo is just reviled, I think, by everybody at this point, but he is the one that, he is the talking head for the left, essentially. But Regina Sharp with $50, thank you so very much, brings us to $930. We are $60 away.
Wow.
You're $50 away now.
Oh, now we'll get to that in a sec. Regina for 50 says, honestly, as stupid as Hollywood has, I believe, not Hollywood and Toto as in Christian Toto, but she just means Hollywood, is normally
in its totality.
It's as stupid as Hollywood is normally, it's a refreshing change to see them ranting stupidly about something that is at least arguably in their wheelhouse, as opposed to war, politics, childcare, reading, non-drug use, safe sex. Yeah, that is true, Regina Sharp.
Fair enough.
That is fair enough and very, very true.
Although when I see that many celebrities all doing something, I have to wonder, are they all repped by the same management?
Probably.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's. Regina needs a clip for that, so let's get. Let's just do the old super chat. Thank you. We got one. And you know what? Because it is Regina Sharp, and we know that she does work for Flintheart Glomgold, we gotta do.
All I do is win, no matter what. Got money on my mind, everybody hands go up, and they stay there, and they say yeah.
Thank you very much, Regina Sharp. Super, super, super thank you. Retro Meister for 10 brings us to 940. Says, evening all, I find it funny Netflix is doing all this to WB while Ketchup Entertainment released the official trailer for Coyote vs. Acme yesterday, which takes justified jabs at WWE, namely David Zaslav. Yeah, it does. I'm excited for this. I don't like that Foghorn Leghorn is like a villain in it, apparently. But I prefer, I do like that John Cena's in it. I like that all the Looney Tunes appear to be in it. They're putting some respect on Bugs Bunny's name, apparently. So, yeah, I'm very excited for this one. I think it's going to be good.
I'm a little nervous about it. I'm kind of taking the same take as Pro did when he was talking about it, which is that it looks to me like the human lead, the live action lead, I'm not sure that he's got the chops to carry this thing.
Yeah.
Will Forte?
Is that who it was?
Yeah, Will Forte is amazing.
Yeah, he's actually really good. Wasn't he the guy from, what have I seen him in?
He's MacGruber.
Yeah, but he's the guy that wants to. He's the guy that wants to put the Twilight books in the time capsule on Parks and Recreation.
That's appropriate. Yeah.
He's really funny.
Yeah,
I know. I
that's
actually
really
think he can carry this one, Lauren. He's pretty talented.
I didn't recognize him in the trailer, but I was not getting a good vibe off him. So we'll see.
One of the reasons I'm looking forward to this is because it has more public awareness than The Day the Earth Blew Up, which was the last Looney Tunes movie they tried to make, which I really enjoyed.
It was
me and Mike did both.
fantastic.
I didn't see that one, and I heard it was really good. So as a Looney Tunes fan, I think I kind of have to see it.
Yeah, I don't want to, raise expectations, but it's not like 1001 Nights. The Bugs Bunny, what was that one? 1001 Rabbit Tales.
Oh,
You remember?
okay.
It's not like a classic like that, but it's really solid.
Do you remember, like, on Saturday mornings when they would have the Looney Tunes cartoon on there, and it would be Bugs and Daffy coming out with the overture curtain lights? I loved that. Regina Sharp for 5, which brings us to 9:45, says, well, Foghorn is a Southern Fried Chicken. They probably couldn't help themselves. Yeah, it's very much could not help themselves. And Aubrey Crown for 50 says, Q Motorhead, time to play the game. We're still $5 off, though.
Only one of you can be the last 5.
We are at $9.95, folks. Oh my goodness, we are hitting that Triple H. Next, I'm going to order the bald cap.
All of you, stop it now. I want to deny Marvin his dream of playing Mr. H. On
it's not Mr. H.
It's totally Mr. H. And
Substantiated fantasy! Lies! Lies! Lies!
Look, if you weren't gonna do this, you do Hulk Hodgkin and the Undertaker. Knock it off.
My goodness.
Money!
I love that clip so much. Aubrey Crown, thank you, my friend, very, very much.
There you go. Yay.
And ladies and gentlemen, Juliet for £5 says 5 for the thou. Thank you so much, Juliet. And then Regina Sharp with another 5 says Southern Fried Chicken, Southern Fried. And Bald Hoplite for 10 says goal. Oh, thank you guys so much.
Happy birthday. Now entertain us.
Yes, now I will destroy my throat by doing a game stream. I will. You know what? I'm gonna see. What?
You're
What?
You're gonna destroy your throat?
Yeah.
Jazz hands.
You know what? Let's see whether or not I do it on M4 Empire Gaming or that game place. I'll talk to Pro about it. Maybe we could do it. Maybe we could do it as a special on that game place. But we'll see. But I will do it on one of those channels. It's going to be a lot of fun. And you and Cumia gifted 1 M4 Empire membership. Thank you very, very much, guys. This is just
Chad, you're so wonderful today.
I feel
Thank
the
you.
love. Like, this is, like, I'm floored by it all, guys. Thank you so very, very much. Tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use some of this money to pre-order Dani's book. That's I've already done it, but I'm going to say that that's what I'm doing. But you guys should do that as well because it's gonna be really good, and I highly recommend
Thank you.
it.
Thank you.
So
Good
another thing I wanted to bring up here tonight, that it's Star Wars related. Lauren, Trisha's not here, so the coast is clear.
Oh. Wait, why is that good? I don't understand.
Trish doesn't like Star Wars.
Oh.
She thinks we talk about it too much. Yeah. She thinks we talk about it too much. But she may be coming back. Gina Carano confirms a conversation with Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau. Is Cara Dune coming back to Star Wars? From geeksandgamers.com, written by me today, following the quiet settlement of her lawsuit against Disney, which I'm assuming is massive. Gina Carano has now confirmed she's already spoken directly with Star Wars heavyweights Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau, and not through intermediaries or PR statements. It was a direct conversation. So during a recent appearance on the Ariel Helwani show, promoting her upcoming fight against Ronda Rousey on Netflix, Gina Carano revealed that she and her former Star Wars collaborators connected over Zoom, and after the legal dust settled, what stood out wasn't tension or unresolved conflict. It was how normal everything seemed. So she said, I've already had a conversation with Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau. Really lovely. After we settled the lawsuit, we got on a Zoom call. It was really nice. Dave Filoni taking over CEO of Star Wars. And it's like we didn't even miss a beat. And Jon Favreau was really funny. Got on the Zoom and he's like, so where did we leave off? And we hadn't spoken for a while. You know what? I can actually play the clip for you because I think I got it synced up here to Ariel Helwani's show.
Well, I guess
I've already had a conversation with Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau. Really lovely. You know, after we settled the lawsuit, we got on a Zoom call. It was really nice.
Wow.
Dave Filoni's taking over, CEO of Star Wars, and it's like we didn't even miss a beat. And Jon Favreau was really funny. He's like, got on the Zoom and he's like, so where did we leave off? And we hadn't spoke for a while, and he's like, where did we leave off? And
she is delightful. Can I just say? Also, she is in fighting shape.
Yeah.
That girl is in warrior shape right now. She is going to rearrange Ronda Rousey's stupid face. And I am here for it.
I do think she's a better technical fighter, but Rousey has had time to change her style.
I actually think she's a better striker. I think that if it stays upright, Gina has the advantage. If it goes to the ground, I think Ronda may have her.
But Gina's also had the time to learn a little more grappling than she used to use.
True. But yeah, guys, could Cara Dune be returning to Star Wars? Lauren, your thoughts?
So I got to be careful here because I'm supposed to be recording with Pro about this right after we get off of this show. So I don't want to necessarily go over everything that I'm thinking here yet. But I will say that I mentioned something about this immediately after the lawsuit settled. And there's a couple of reasons why I think that we're hearing this now. I don't think she's going to cameo in The Mandalorian and Grogu. I'll say that right up front. But there have been a number of things that we've seen over the last year that we've been talking about slowly and subtly about how this pivot is occurring. And the real question for me is, how desperate is Lucasfilm right now? And I think the answer is a lot more desperate than people think. So there are two things that I think that they can do it's their last pull the pin moment. I don't know if they're quite ready for that yet, but there are two things that must happen if they want to get back into the good graces of people who were once Star Wars fans. Gina is one of them. You know what the other one is. So
get rid of the sequel trilogy.
That is the question. Just how desperate are they? And I think
I
the
thought you were
answer
going to say
is
Sydney Sweeney as a Twi'lek.
We're seeing all the signs that they are plenty desperate. And I think that I'll say again, my feeling is that a mandate has come down. You're going to fix this. We paid $4 billion for this. We're now 11 years past the purchase date, and we still have not recouped our investment. That's untenable. And I think that almost a year ago, a mandate came down that said, no, we're telling you what you're going to do now, and you're going to fix this. Right. So I think it's going to be a slow process. I think that it's a multi-step process. I think a lot is going to be based on how is The Mandalorian and Grogu received. Now, if I'm wrong about the Gina cameo in The Mandalorian and Grogu, I think that immediately starts resetting the clock. They would be wise to have her in there, but I don't know if they had the time to get her in there.
I don't think so. The timeline for me doesn't add up. For putting her in. But I will say, if she's having a conversation with Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau on Zoom together, this is not a casual, hey, how you doing? It's been a while, we haven't talked conversation.
Well, but let's go back there, because she said after they settled the lawsuit. So any time between settling the lawsuit and now is available for that Zoom call.
Yeah, and the thing is that I think it's important for people to remember that before the settlement of the lawsuit, they may have been able to talk, but they couldn't have talked about anything business because they were still in the middle of trying to negotiate the settlement. Right. Now that the settlement is over, now they can talk business again. And that would not have been a personal thing on the part of Jon Favreau or Dave Filoni. You know, that's just covering your legal bases. And so I think now is one of the most opportune times that we've seen in the last several years. And this is part of the reason why I refuse to go full black pill. I understand why people are there, but the signs that things are being realigned internally are concrete, and evidence is beginning to mount. That doesn't mean they're going to be successful, but they are trying, and that's why I continue to give them space to try.
And
So then
another.
Go ahead,
no,
Dani.
Dani, go ahead.
Oh, thank you. One thing you do have to keep in mind is that there's only really one person that Gina did not get along with at Lucasfilm. Just one person. And that person was Bryce Dallas Howard.
Oh, was it? I didn't know that.
Bryce Dallas Howard has never directed anything for Star Wars. Never. I don't care what her name is next to in credits. I have this on solid authority that she doesn't direct. She gets the voice of God from Jon Favreau. He sits in his office or wherever he is, and he watches a bunch of monitors. And if she doesn't do what he's told her to do, she gets a phone call or yelled in her earpiece, no, 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 no. That's not what you were told to do. Go back, do that again. Well, she did not. Well, this is what I have been told by eyewitnesses, by people who worked on The Mandalorian through 1 through 2.5 is which is what they called Book of Boba Fett. She didn't really direct. She basically just stood in so Favreau could have a day off, and she got his notes. This is what you do, and he still paid attention. You got the voice of God if you stepped out of line. She did not like Gina at all.
Okay.
And she was constantly humiliating her on set in front of people. Well, I mean, yeah, publicly humiliating her. Like, she would line read her in front of everyone. And just nobody knows why. At least the witnesses that told me, so they had no idea why.
They probably know why.
Well, this person would have told me.
Yeah.
Trust me, this person would have told me.
I'm saying, knowing what I know about, like, the Ron Howard family and stuff like that, it's probably political. Probably.
I mean, I have no doubt. But that's where I personally see all of this really stemming from, is that relationship.
Yep.
But I honestly, I can really see a Gina Cara Dune cameo happening in the Mandalorian and Grogu movie. I can see that happening. I've been saying for a couple of years now, like, she's going to come back. There have been a lot of things going on behind the scenes that Disney is really making a hard pivot.
I think that if she were to show up, it would get a bigger pop than if Luke showed up.
Absolutely. And they know that.
Yeah.
They know that.
Yeah.
But didn't we also hear that it wasn't, maybe Howard was the only one who directly worked with her, but, like, we know that Headland was aligned against her from some emails, don't we?
Oh yeah, Leslie Headland was involved in the struggle session that they tried to put her through. Like, Leslie Headland and Rachel Zegler were, like, involved in the campaign against her.
Don't forget Kennedy herself as well.
Oh, well, yeah.
Oh, well, yeah. What I mean is, like, people who directly worked with her on the series.
Right.
People that worked with her. So Favreau and Filoni would love to have her back. They loved working with her.
Well, and Dave is the one that's making the calls now.
Exactly.
It's his decision. It's not, he doesn't have to run it through KK anymore.
Exactly.
Well, I felt that Filoni was a pick because he was a yes man.
Well, I think there's a couple of different things about that. That's part of it. It's also who else is going to do it.
Yeah.
The question that I have here is, though, remember, it's not just Dave. It's also Lynwen Brennan. And Lynwen Brennan is the business side of that relationship, and she is a Kennedy acolyte. So that also factors into what gets done. So I think right now, I suspect that it is the financing side of the business that is now calling the shots. I think they finally said, we're not going to lose any more money, or at the very least, we're going to, holy crap, you better get on that.
Snarky, what are you doing, man? Snark Dog just dropped a 200.
He got
So
you to your
generous.
1,200. He wanted you to get to your
He
final
got
goal.
us to the 1,200. Snarky
Listen,
saying, get her done.
I'm going to need some of your subscribers to join me over on my channel.
Oh my gosh, Snarky, man, I don't
That's
even know what clip
amazing.
to play for you, brother. That's
That's incredible.
Yeah, wow, man.
Give the man a trophy.
I know what you need to do. It's not a clip. You said you were going to ruin your throat.
Huh?
Do it now. Ruin
Hmm?
it now.
What, to be Triple H?
Let's hear it.
What?
Nothing.
Lorne.
Let's hear the voice.
Oh, there they are.
You've said you got a prize.
Good Lord. You know what? Since we're talking about KK, let's hear what Steven Spielberg had to say about Kathleen Kennedy.
Remember, Kathy came into the room with her steno pad and her pencil, and she was horrible at taking notes, and she was terrible at, she didn't really know how to do it very well. But what she did know how to do was interrupt somebody in mid-sentence. We'd be pitching ideas back and forth, and Kathy, who's supposed to be writing these ideas down, suddenly put her pencil down and would say something like, and what if he didn't get the girl, but instead he got the dog?
Kathleen Kennedy, everybody. Snarky, man, that is just absolutely incredible.
Olsen, help me up onto his casket so I can dance on it.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, brother. We're going to be live as Triple H. We're going to be playing God of War.
Can I ask you, Marv, when is the last time you watched Gladiator?
The movie Gladiator? Not that long. Actually, not that long ago. I had
Okay,
watched it last year, I think, because it was in preparation to see Gladiator 2, which I ended up not seeing because I heard it was bad.
I had to watch it for the genre guys. We're recording this last weekend. Do you realize that whole musical cue from Pirates of the Caribbean is stolen directly out of Gladiator?
No!
I never realized that. It totally shocked me in the middle of the movie. I heard what I thought was the Pirates theme, and it's like, this is Gladiator.
Today I learned.
It's right in there. So that
So
if you ever watch,
I'm going to have to check that out.
To watch Gladiator.
What's that?
Said that just gives me another excuse to watch Gladiator.
Yeah, it totally shocked me. It pulled me right out of my seat when I heard it. It's like, what is this doing here?
You know what clip we could play for Snark also? Guys, you guys might not realize this, but there was actually a time where our friend Kevin Apollo had a starring role in something with Cynthia Erivo. We're going to play the clip for you.
I was the man. Yes. Oh, yes. I was the man. I was the man. Yes. Stop saying that. You making me crazy.
But which one is Cynthia?
Obviously the snake.
Okay. That's what I thought. Just want to be clear.
You haven't met Kevin Apollo, but he looks exactly like Barricade. But Snarky, thank you so much, brother. Like, you have no idea what that means to me. That is just like insane.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
What an absolute blessing.
Mm-hmm. Seriously, my audience is the greatest blessing in the world. I cannot say how much I love this community enough. Retro Meister for 5 saying it's worth noting both Gina and Ronda have been canceled by the SJWs and the left. Was Gina canceled by the left? Gina.
Ronda?
Was Ronda canceled by the left? I don't remember that.
I haven't heard anything about that myself.
I have just heard from people that worked with her in WWE that she is a crazy person.
She was in TV, and then suddenly she was not in TV.
Oh, that's true. I
think they were
so
even gonna
this
build
upcoming
a,
fight between the two will be more viewed than Mando and Grogu. That I have no doubt.
Yeah.
Honestly, the streaming service will be reliable, because the last live fight I watched had lag every 30 seconds, and I was like, I could just do something else.
Mm-hmm.
Snarky says for $4.99 says, thank your boss. Pro is stupendous. I'm here in large part because of him. Let me tell you something, Snark. I'm here in large part because of him too. So that guy has earned my undying loyalty to my dying day, and then beyond. He's one of my true friends, and he is my great mentor, and I love him to death. So
This is wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
And listen, I've said Commander Doc Brown in the chat and got no response back, and I will remember that. Just saying. Moving on.
I was actually thinking it might be fun. We can see if there's any interest from the chat, but if we actually went live during Ronda versus Gina and just called it like commentators.
Oh, that would be hilarious.
What's the date on the fight?
It's sometime in May. I don't know the exact date.
Was it like the 16th?
Ronda Rousey
I'm
versus
Googling.
Gina Carano date. It is on May 16th. You're correct.
Yay.
I don't know what day of the week that is.
Writes that down.
looking that up
Danny
right now.
was right.
May 16th
Should be
is
doing that every day.
a Saturday.
Oh, it's a Saturday. Okay. Yeah, maybe we can. Hopefully, they don't have the problems the Tyson fight had. Remember the Tyson fight? Trying to watch that, and it was just endlessly buffering.
Where we got to see his butt.
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
we saw
Yes.
his stupid ass. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a great freeze frame.
And those undercard fights that were so lopsided.
They really were.
Mm-mm.
The lady fight was good though. That was some solid boxing. Probably the best boxing of the night.
I'll tell you one thing about lady boxers, man. When they're in game mode and they're ready to go in there, man, it's on.
I mean, look,
I miss boxing.
We used to say that in like high school. Like when two dudes fight, like occasionally, like you try to pull them off of each other. We were always like, if two girls start fighting, you step back because like you'll lose a hand if you try to like separate them. So
Yeah, just come in with a bottle of water, splash their makeup off, they'll screech at you about it, and then you're like, okay, we have to go to the office now. Let's go.
Mm-hmm. No, girl fights are crazy. But I'm so excited for this fight. Like, I don't know. It might end up being one of those things where beforehand they're like, well, we're gonna go the distance. Nobody's gonna win. We'll just go out there and fight. I'm like Gina, like your path to like superstardom here is to go in there and knock her out. So yeah, I hope she does. Kara, you made a face when I said that Gina was gonna knock her out. Are you not rooting? Are you rooting for Ronda?
Oh man, you never really know until they get into the ring. So
Everybody's got a puncher's chance.
Yeah, like I've seen some people go in and so there's sometimes in boxing and MMA fighting there's some psychology that goes on behind the scenes. So one of my favorite stories is one boxer when he was pitted up against another one, literally stalked the guy with a boombox and just kept playing this "You Will Lose" song like over and over. He did that for like a month straight. And the guy could not get away. So even when he like physically got away from the guy still managed to get somebody to like bring in a tape recorder of the song.
Oh my gosh.
Right? And so so when he got into the ring, he was so rattled. Like he basically like, cause in the first round of the ring, or of the match, you basically like have like all that adrenaline out of your system and you're going completely nuts. And so he took advantage of that to KO the guy and he was like, I win. And then he just walked out. Right.
Amazing.
Well, then you got the Tyson Douglas fight. Nobody expected Buster Douglas to win, but he had a death in the family recently, and nobody was beating him that night.
Yeah. So it's, you never really know. I'm like, probably what will happen, because this is what happened when I was watching the two-girl fight before the Tyson fight, is after I watched the first round, I was able to tell who was going to win, because at that point you have like a really solid gauge of like what's going on there. But before the fight, it's all show pony stuff that's going on. So
real quick before we end, one thing that we love here on the show is, by the way, Snarky for 199 says, do it live! So yeah, we will have to do it. We like Ric Flair cameos on here. So Ric Flair is on Cameo, the website service where you could buy a personalized video from a celebrity. He charges $500. He's typically drunk as a skunk and says ridiculous things. Well, there's a Ric Flair cameo that went viral the other day. Somebody paid Ric Flair $500 to send their friend well wishes for his wedding. Let's hear what the Nate had to say.
Now he's getting married. Oh my God. Why would you get married, motherfucker? It's the worst possible commitment you can do because as of the day you get married, 50% of everything is hers. I don't care how beautiful she is. Stay her girlfriend. It's family.
I've been divorced 87 times. Listen, don't do it. I owe them all so much money.
Gina and the military boys want to wish him the best of luck. Matt says diamonds are forever, and so is Ric Flair. And that's the God's honest truth, brother. I'm a diamond. I'm forever. I've overstayed my welcome, and my name is Ric Flair. Woo!
He got one thing right. He got one thing right, that whole spiel. He's overstayed his welcome.
$500 for Ric Flair to drunkenly slur at you that you should not get married.
I am convinced he does these to settle his bar tab at the end of the night.
100%. 100%. Because they're always in a bar. Like, have you noticed that they're always in a bar? Like a public bar setting? But, guys, before we head out, Dani, you have got your wonderful graphic novel, Veiled Legacy, on sale now, guys. Head over to fundmycomic.com. I'm going to put the link in one more time. Here it is for you guys, Veiled Legacy. Make sure you check it out. Get her to that goal. 109 days left in this campaign. Make sure you guys pick up your copy. Dani, tell them where they can find it and what they should expect.
Well, like you said, it's over on Fund My Comic. There's also behind the scenes stuff over at patreon.com/comics. And we do have a Kickstarter, but it's going to end soon. It's a rural Midwestern family's act of kindness goes horribly wrong, turns into a supernatural home invasion, leaving Emma Hogan to survive the night alone. And her twin brother, Jimmy Hogan, has to race against the clock to save his family from forces unknown before they're lost forever. It's vampires, it's gore, it's horror, it's suspense, it's everything I love about the genre, and I know you're going to love it too.
Thank you very much, my friend. Martin Stone, what do you got on the Lost Guys this week?
Well, we got a chance to talk about Nickelodeon Studios down in Orlando, Florida.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, all the game shows, the cartoons, the kids' comedies they tried to make down there, and then just shut the place down, sealed it up, didn't even take out the computers.
Amazing. That's so amazing. We actually, when I went to the press event for Halloween Horror Nights, it was in the old Nickelodeon studios.
That made it into the podcast when we talked about it.
Oh, awesome. Snark for $5 says opposite powers, Gina on her feet, Rhonda on the mat. Win either way, both incredible women. So absolutely. Nolan, are you still with us?
He was saying he was having some technical problems.
Guys, check out Nolan's channel, Nolan Thunder, Lost in the Files. Make sure you have a look at it. Lauren, what do you got coming up on the Lauren and Apollo show tomorrow night?
We've got the cinema of 1983 tomorrow night, so you need to make sure you get me your list as well as everybody else on the panel. I think 83 will start to be maybe hopefully some better stuff for the 80s. Yeah. We'll see how it goes.
Absolutely. Caro, what do you got going on? I know you got a ton of books that are up for sale right now.
I do have a long list of books that are up for pre-order on ripperverse.com, so if you want to go and find them there, you're welcome to. But the one thing I would like you guys to save the date for is going to be May 6th, which is when I'm going to be launching the charity comic for Comic Books for Kids. So that's going to be launching on May 6th, and all net profits of that book go straight to that charity to help them get comics into the hands of children in hospitals and cancer centers. So that would be wonderful if you can help me with that.
You mark that on your calendar, please. Retro Meister, by the way, for $5 says Ronda Rousey was Sonya Blade in MK11 for being critical of men in women's sports. Ed Boon and the left canceled Ronda by shorting her role in it. Oh, and that. Well, okay, now I'm going to support Ronda more because she actually stuck up for women. Nolan Thunder, I had promoted your channel, Lost in the Files, Nolan Thunder channel, but what do you got going on?
Oh, thank you very much. Well, I actually have a new trailer out on my channel currently for the latest episode of Lost in the Files. So if you'd like to hear some information of a game that was allegedly recalled off the store shelves for being problematic back in the day, please check out that video, and I should have some more updates coming in the very near future.
Awesome. Awesome. All right, guys. Thank you very much for joining us. Check out the M4 Empire. I've got a video coming out that I've been working on all week. I just have not had the time to put it out. We're going to have a members-only chat very soon as well, hopefully tomorrow, so check out that as well. Make sure you got the bell rung. We're going to be doing that Triple H, God of War stream probably next week, so once the bald cap and the costume comes in. So thank you guys very, very much. We will see you next time from all of us here at the M4 Empire. I thank you for your attention, and hold on, I got to set the outro video, and we'll catch you in the next one.
They said we'd never last, just a moment, just a flash. But empires aren't built overnight, they're forged in war and lit by fight. Every street